Hello fabulous doll people. I have an envelope opening today and a introduction. I did a box opening for this girl on Monday when she came in, but I am running at a level of exhaustion where they should like make up a new word for it. We had 2 litters of puppies that were 11 days apart, which is in and of itself not terrible. It's a little extra, but it's not terrible. But then one of the puppies wasn't keeping up, so I was supplementing her. Just, I don't know, probably 3 times a day I was feeding her, and then it was 4, and then now I pretty much feed her all the time. She does not even attempt to nurse. They're 5 weeks old. She has no interest in food. She got aspiration pneumonia last week, which isn't terribly uncommon with these guys just in general because they're brachycephalic, but also being on the bottle, that happens. But it's a little worse than most of my past, because I've had 2 other aspiration pneumonias, which were older puppies when they were eating food. One was an older puppy who was eating food, and then out of these 2 litters, which were new moms and have been kind of a lot, I think I've taken 4 in for where I thought they were going to get aspiration pneumonia, and nothing came of it. But hers is pretty significant. She's on 2 antibiotics right now. Stuff is coming up out of her lungs, so I spent a lot of time holding her, and then her arches are very swollen in her neck, so now the vet is not sure if she won't need surgery, so I had to hold her back. She was already sold. They're all already sold, so that was a bummer. I had to tell the lady, you know, I don't really feel comfortable letting her go, so I now have a new dog. Which is okay. I was getting kind of attached to her because I feed her all the time. But I have to feed her every 3 hours. So I am 51 years old. I am too old to have to only get 3-hour chunks of sleep. So I've been very tired. I feel a little bit better today. Today is Saturday, the 5th, I think. And she doesn't always want to eat right at 3 hours now because the antibiotics are clearing your lungs up. And the vet said that was okay. She's not in any danger of starving to death. So I've been able to get like once I got 5 hours of sleep, so I feel pretty together today. Also, though, I'm not sure if I'm just not hitting that point where I'm delirious. So it could be any of those things. But anyway, the point of this entire ramble was Monday when I did her box opening, I put the mic in, but I didn't check to make sure that it had connected all the way, because it doesn't always do that. And so the audio was very poor. I have a lot of fans going. It's hot here, and so it was so bad that I was like, well, I don't want to do that. Which is that going on? No, okay. So I just deleted it. So I'm sure you guys have probably seen her. I posted her on Facebook, in a couple of the groups I'm in. The artist had posted her on Instagram. This is my new girl, who is something incredibly special. I'm very nervous about her, I'm not going to lie. Dressing her has probably aged me significantly, and I've already changed her outfit. So she's on her stand here, so we're gonna... This stand moves whenever you grab the back, so I'm always tense about it too. I probably could have taken her off for this, but... So this is my new Twigling. She is an elf Ingenue, my second one. She is an Obsidian. She is covered with color shifting paint, which you can really see. So the first outfit I put on her, I had bought a bunch of these Soom monthly outfits because they were just fire. Like, Soom was making these fantastic outfits. And it's one of my favorite ones. It's gray with feathers, and it looked really pretty on her, but I thought the gray took away from her resin color and the beautiful, astounding paint job that's been put on her. So I got this one out. Unfortunately, I think she's going to be too tall to be in the frame in her stand on the table. Make sure that's in there good. So I changed her into this outfit, which is white, and I think shows off the color better. You can see on her hands here when I move her. So I had put a want ad out on DOA for the elf Ingenues. So these dolls were made, I want to say in 2014. They were a collaboration between Twigling and Nanulin from Magic Mirror. They have a slightly different bust, and then the elf ears. So this particular doll was done, there were 20 of them made because I got her COA, which I should have brought out to show you guys because it's very cool. She came with a lot of really cool pictures. She's number 6 of 20. And then I had put the want ad looking for the elf Ingenue on DOA, and somebody reached out to me and said, would you be interested in an Ingenue? And I said, well, I already have one. I said, maybe. And so she goes, well, she's Obsidian. And I've always been interested in the Obsidian dolls, but I've also been a little afraid because they cloud and that they're just a more high maintenance resin to me. But then I realized who was talking to me. It was, she's formerly Sugar Glow Lights on Instagram, and she was Sugar Glow Lights when she was doing face-ups, and she's one of my very favorite artists. And I didn't reach out to her until she had just retired because of the sealant for health reasons. And so I was like, okay, I don't care. That's fine. Let's take the doll. Because she had her painted kind of in an Egyptian look, I believe. I remember she sent me pictures of her before she painted her, and I don't 100% remember, but I feel like it was sort of Egyptian. And she said she was toying with the idea of stained glass, was another one she liked. And I liked the stained glass idea. I said, I really don't want the actual, because she was going to do her thing, but she was letting me have input on it. So it's not like I said do this or do that, but she let me have some input, which was nice. And so she had originally thought about doing like painting kind of the stained glass panels on it, but when I got my Pasha Pasha Thirst, that's what he had done, Dr. Crowbar, and I didn't really care for it. So I had told her I don't really like that, so she was trying to think of some other way, so she came up with this color shifting paint to give the stained glass appeal. And she had asked me, you know, what I liked as far as the face-up went, and I said, really? I said, I'm basic Celtic, Elvish. Yeah, so she did a beautiful tattoo work on her face. The doll is astounding. I mean, she's astounding. It is amazing. She's so beautiful. So I am pretty nervous of her, I have to say. I feel like I might have already scratched her a little bit. I don't know. I can't really tell because when you look at her, you can see kind of where the paint settled in a couple of places. So I don't know if I'm looking at that or if me putting clothes on and off of her scratched her. I don't think so, because I think she had told me like her fingernails would scratch. And like, you know, when I was putting on this dress, it's got these metal, see if you can see it without me having to drag her down, these really pretty kind of metal pieces here. I was nervous, like around the neck there. Just there, yeah. I was really nervous putting that on, but I don't see any scratches. I'm kind of the perfect home for her because like I get my dolls the way I want them and then I put them in a case, and that is that. And that's really kind of the home she needs because this paint job could get damaged very easily. It's a huge responsibility, especially since I love her so much, and Aubrey did such a good job on her and she put so much work into her. She had, at one point there was a problem with the first coat. I forget what happened. She had to redo it. There was some problem with the face. She had to redo it. Was just, it was a lot, and she put so much work and so much heart and so much effort, and the doll is astounding. And I think I would literally crawl into a hole and die if something happened to her. But, and it's interesting because this Obsidian to me seems kind of like a chocolate almost. And I know that Twigling's current Obsidian is black. So I have to say, after getting her, excuse me, my allergies. I think I was trying to get a cold because I'm so tired, and then my allergy, we had a fire very close to town, and so there's been a lot of ash and a lot of smoke, and the ash just kills my allergies. Not even just from the standpoint of breathing something crappy in, but ash actually carries the, I don't know, it sounds overly explained, but like the genetic material of whatever plant it burnt, so then it'll bring down stuff that my allergies don't normally have to deal with because it was up in the mountains, and then it's a whole thing. We have fires here usually every year, but, and then I was sick. My medication turned on me like it does last Monday and Tuesday, and I spent both those days throwing up, so then I also just train wrecked my throat. So I'm sorry if I sound the way I'm sure I do. So I got a wig for her. I knew she was on her way. She mailed her Friday, and then she got here Monday. It was amazing. And I mean, obviously I have a lot of stuff, but I really wanted a white-based wig for her because she had taken some pictures of her with the white-based wig, and I really liked it. So I was gonna steal my Sophie Molly's, I always say that, Little Monica Vampire Giselle's wig, which is a real pretty rainbow color, because that's really what I see for her is the rainbow colors, because I think with this white dress you can see it pretty good. There's a lot of purple and blue in the color shifting paint. I really wanted to pick that up, and then I got those purple eyes. These are Play with Fern original eyes, and I think they go great. Like, sorry, I can't get her too close because of the table, and also I have my glasses on, so I cannot see how well this is picking her up. But I wanted something that was going to pick up those rainbow hues in her for her wig. But I really liked the idea of the white, which obviously, so the first outfit I had on her was gray, and it is one of my favorite. These are both Sue Monthly outfits, which were fantastic outfits. I don't know if they're still doing them. And I bought several, but that gray one with the feathers, if you're on Facebook, you'll see it, is one of my all-time favorites. But I liked the way it looked on her. I thought it was a, a nice look, because I see her as like a drow queen. And it was kind of warrior looking. But I thought the gray muted the colors of her resin, and so I didn't want to do that. And I have to say, I think I was rambling towards that a minute ago, is that after having her, I'd really like to get one of the jet black Obsidian ones that Twigling is making now. I actually had this outfit was going to go on the Ingenue version 2, the lavender one that I have coming from her, and she might get the gray one. I don't know. Lavender skin is a little bit more, I think you can put more colors on it and have them stand out more. And I just felt like that gray color was taking away from the shifting part of her resin, and then it made her look, it kind of dulled it down. So that's why I changed her. And I actually really like this. It's kind of a bummer it covers so much of her body. The other one left more open so you could see more of that beautiful resin. But also, given my abject paranoia, it's not terrible, because anyway. So I got this wig from Zazou Dolls. I have another one of their wigs. Zazou Dolls and Dallas Doll Company have smart doll sized wigs which fit the resin girls just fine, and I love their wigs. I love both of them. I couldn't pick one or the other of the companies that I like better. They're fantastic for a ready wig. This wig was on sale for 40% off. I think it's being discontinued. And it's not super long, and normally I like super long wigs, but the color was really pretty, and it was white based, and I thought, well, I'm gonna try it. The worst case scenario, she just steals that other wig, right? So the worst that can happen is that. So, and the wig came, I want to say Wednesday or Thursday, but I have just been way too tired to do anything after work lately. Oh, wow. They always send their stuff so nice. So it was 40% off. Like, I could not believe it. I think I paid, after tax and shipping and everything, like maybe 25 bucks. And it was a $30-something wig. So it was kind of a no-brainer. They have, if you go on their website, and I think I bought this off of Etsy, but it led me to look at their website. They have a discontinued section. Oh, I think this will be plenty long enough. So here it is in the bag. You can see it's actually pretty long. Huh. It looks really much shorter in the pictures. And so the smart dolls don't fit perfect, and I don't know how it's going to be with hers, because I feel like Twiglings have kind of small heads for the size of the doll. But I don't know. It's one of those things where I always look at it and go, oh, it's going to be too big, and then I'm struggling to get it on, which is going to give me so much anxiety with her. But Twigling, I will tell you something about Twigling. So they're big girls, right? But most stuff fit the SD. My big SD stuff fits pretty good. But their butts are gigantic. Like, getting her butt in the outfit was a struggle. So here's the wig. It is beautiful. They have just beautiful wigs. I mean, I just think they're gorgeous. Let me turn the light on and see if that makes a difference there. Oh, I turned the light on the whole time. Yeah, just beautiful wigs. I'm always happy. I'm always happy. It's very pretty. Okay, so we're gonna try it on her. I'm so stressed out to do anything with her. I'm like, don't scratch her, don't scratch her. And she comes, the outfit comes with this piece that goes on their head. So once I get the wig on, I'll put that on. And then I'll show you guys again with the light on, which should pick up more of her resin, her color shifting thing. Okay, I'm just gonna stand up and do it. Oh my God, it's making me so tense. There's a trick to these too. Yeah, because it's definitely, it always feels much smaller when I'm putting it on. I might have to take her off the stand. She's a little bit too tall. Which will be better for you guys can see her better anyway. Okay, I really like these stands, but they've got that grip waist, and I don't want it. I mean, her waist is covered by clothes, but I don't want it like catching the doll. So there's always kind of a lot of struggle. Okay. Trying to get her caught in my mic thing. She's a little bit loose. She was sueded, but I guess she was hot glue sueded, and I guess that kind of comes off after time, Aubrey said. And she sent me this big bolt of pure, beautiful black suede, so I could re-suede her, but that's funny because I won't, unless somebody else, I decide to have somebody else do it. And I can't imagine taking this doll apart at all. Oh, I don't know. Struggling. Ugh. Let's see if I can try it the other way. These guys have kind of a stretchy wig cap, and you really, the thing with smart dolls is their head pops off really easily, and so it's not too hard to struggle to get a wig on them, but when you're putting it on a resin doll, it is that once you get it on, it's fine. Getting it on is hard. She's slowly sinking. I don't know, it'd be too small for her. Because it's funny, I think the other wig is maybe a Dallas Doll Company wig, and that's a pretty big wig. Like, it's often difficult for me to get it to stay on all the way. Oh wait, here we go. Ah, shoot. These wigs are the cap's very grippy. And getting it on is a challenge, but once it's on, boy, it's on. I mean, if it doesn't work, I may have to get her a custom wig. Well, I don't know. But I kind of set it up there and look at the color. Yeah, it might be a little bit too light for her anyway. Like, the colors might be not quite dark enough for what I want. I don't know. Well, I'm going to struggle with that. But here she is, more up close. You can get her shifting on there. I think this outfit looks really cute on her. Of course, her little cape has already fallen off because we're struggling with wigs. But yeah, so this is my new girl. I don't know what I'm going to call her. I've been referring her as Diva. Obviously, that's not a name, but yeah, look at her. It's beautiful. She's like magical, just magical. I am just unbelievably humbled to be able to own her. Yeah, she's gorgeous. Anyway, I hope you guys are having a great dolly day. I may post a box opening of my, so I think I said I was going to add to this video, but I think I'm too tired. But I will probably do a box opening of my Bed Bath & Body Works Halloween haul. I do use those candles when they're done as chairs for my dolls. So it's sort of sideways related to dolls. But I may not. It's hard to say. Like, I'm starting to get tired of having a coffee or food or anything yet. And so it's like 10:30. We'll see. Anyway. Hope you guys are having a great dolly day. I'll see you in the next video. Thank you for welcoming my new girl with me, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.